Good afternoon. Welcome to ICU TV Lunchtime News. We take a look at stories making headlines. President Mahama honors Dr. Kaunda at Embassy Park. NHIMA distributes IEC materials nationwide. And Zambia, Finland seeks stronger trade and investment ties. And in our international news, US and Iran talks to begin as fear of direct conflict continue. Lastly, in our sports news, Milner set to equal Premier League appearance record. With the news in details, my name is Charles Kunta Chibwe. The President of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, paid a solemn tribute to Zambia's founding President Dr. David Kenneth Kaunda during a visit to Embassy Park in Lusaka. The visit was meant to honor Zambia's late head of state, with special respect given to Dr. Kaunda's role in Africa's liberation history. Well, President Mahama was accompanied by Zambia's Minister of Technology and Science, Honorable Felix Mutati, senior Ghanaian government officials, and representative of the Ghana High Commission in Zambia. The delegation was received by the Executive Director of the National Heritage Conservation Commission, NHCC, Mr. Kagosi Milowe. Mr. Mwamulowe briefed the delegation on the national importance of Embassy Park at the final resting place of Zambia's former president. He explained the order of the Masoli and highlighted the strong historical ties between Ghana and Zambia, rooted in the Pan-African partnership between Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and Dr. Kenneth Kaunda. After laying wreath and signing the visitor's book, President Mahama praised Dr. Kaunda as a close friend of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and a symbol of African unity. He said the visit strengthened the bond between Ghana and Zambia and reaffirmed his commitment to working with Zambia's President Hakainde Hichilema for prosperity and both nations. The National Health Insurance Management Authority, NHIMA, has started distributing information, education and communication NIEC materials to health facilities across the country. The materials are intended to support the implementation of the National Health Insurance Scheme to improve communication between health workers and the public. The IEC materials were printed using newly procured equipment supported by the Clinton Health Access Initiative, the CHI, through the Peace Health Program, which is funded by the Swedish International Development Agency, SIDA. This support has enabled the production of high-quality health documents needed at different levels of service delivery. Well, the equipment will be issued to produce important documents such as facility registers, materials, and child health cards, and other health production materials. These documents are essential for improving data management, record keeping, and health education at healthy facility levels. NHIMA and the Ministry of Health stated that the distribution of these materials will contribute to improved service delivery and better access to health information. The initiative reflects government commitment to strengthening the health system through partnership that supports efficient and effective health care services nationwide. The National Assembly of Zambia has expressed readiness to deepen bilateral relations with Finland in trade and investment to enhance economic cooperation and sustainable development. Second Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Moses F. Moyo, MP, said this during a courtesy call by Finland's Minister of Economic Affairs, Dr. Sakari Pisto, MP, at Parliament building on Thursday, 5th January 2026. Honorable Moyo noted that Zambia values Finland's continued support in private sector development, youth development, environmental sustainability, and social protection. He added that cooperation between the two countries has also strengthened parliamentary relations through regular enhances which supports trade, investment, and sustainable economic growth. Dr. Piusto said Finland is eager to expand economic cooperation with Zambia through increased trade, investment, and private sector partnerships, especially in mining, value addition, and sustainable industrial development. Well, he emphasized that parliament engagement and friendship groups play a key role in promoting dialogue, policy alignment, and investor confidence. Finnish ambassador to Zambia, Ms. Sanna Helinan, and member of the Zambia-Finland Parliamentary Friendship Group highlighted the importance of parliamentary diplomacy in strengthening bilateral ties. They called for deeper cooperation in areas such as environmental protections, women leadership, and capacity building to ensure that cooperation benefits in peoples both Zambia and Finland. Zambia Police Service, working with the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, has launched the revised police standing order and the anti-sexual harassment, exploitation, and abuse anti-ASIA workplace policy. The documents aim to strengthen integrity, discipline, and protection of the women within the service and were funded through the LC initiative with technical support from UNDP. Speaking at the 2026 Zambia Police Service Commanders Conference in Lusaka, Inspector General of Police Grafreo Musamba said the launch demonstrates the service's commitment to dignity, professionalism, and operational excellence as the country approaches the 2026 general elections. He said the anti-ASIA policy recognizes sexual harassment and abuse as serious workplace challenges that require systematic solutions. Well, Mr. Musamba warned that any police officer, regardless of rank, found to have violated the policy will face immediate disciplinary actions. He also emphasized that all officers are required to fully understand and strictly adhere to the revised officers' standings order. Meanwhile, Director of Peace Support Operation Chomba Chaunongo said the policies will guide conduct, command decisions, and institutional culture for years to come. UNDP Deputy Representative Laurent Randishingwa said the launch protects a shared commitment to empowering women and promoting professional and sustainable policy within the Zambia Police Service. We take a short break. We'll be back with sports news and international news. US and Iran talks to begin as fears of direct conflict continues. Milner set to equal Premier League appearance record. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned.
We kickstart your day with our headline pick with the top stories making news.
Then we go deeper in our story pick where we break down issues that matter the most to you.
From the Health Desk, we share simple tips to keep you healthy and informed.
For Classic Fitness Minute to get your body moving before the day begins.
And trending now, what's hot on social media?
Hello Zambia, my name is Amina Mutambo.
And I am Moluwa Eric J. Mwalamujende, and we bring to your screens the ICU TV Breakfast Show.
Welcome back, and now international news. Senior US and Iranian officials are expected to meet in Oman for direct talks in the coming hours aimed at a crisis that has raised fears of a military confrontation between the two countries. The decision comes after a US military built up in the Middle East in response to Iran's violent preparations of nationwide anti-government protests last month that human rights groups say killed many thousands of people. Uncertainty over the location and scope had threatened to derail the talks, which are part of a diplomatic effort by regional mediators to de-escalation tensions. While both countries remain far apart in their position, the hope is that if successful, the decision could lead to a framework for negotiations. We take our second break. We'll be back with sports news.
The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
Welcome back, and now it's sports news. James Milner is on the verge of making Premier League history as he appears to equal the record for most appearances in the competition. The 40-year-old midfielder will match Gareth Barry's 653 appearances in the fixtures for Brighton against Crystal Palace on Sunday, nearly 24 years after making his debut for Leeds United in 2002. Milner's career has spanned more than 2 decades and 6 top-flight clubs, earning him 61 caps for England. He has won 3 Premier League titles, 2 FA Cups, and the UEFA Champions League, establishing himself as one of English football's most reliable and hard-working players. Brighton's manager Fabian Hasler says Milner's value goes beyond records. He describes the veteran midfielder as a key influence in the dressing room, praising his winning mentality, experience, and ability to guide the team during challenging periods. Former England captain Alan Shearer also praised Milner, calling him a role model, professional, and a manager's dream. From a young player in Leeds to a Premier League record holder, Milner's journey is a story of consistency, discipline, and longevity in football history. Well, that sporting item brings us to the end of today's lunchtime news. But before we go, a quick recap of the stories that made headlines. President Mahama honors Dr. Kaunda at Embassy Park. NHIMA distribute IEC materials nationwide. And Zambia, Finland seeks stronger trade and investment ties. And in our international news, US and Iran talks to begin as fears of direct conflict continue. Lastly, in our sports news, Milner set to equal Premier League appearance record. Thank you for staying with us. Do stay tuned for our main news bulletin at 20 hours. On behalf of ICU TV production team, my transmission controller, Favor Moyo. You've been with me. My name is Charlie Kuntachiwe. Stay blessed.